Hey, everybody. Happy Thursday. Hope y'all are doing well. So much going on in the world. So much going on in the world. So much going on in the world. What you gonna do? Well, the world is gonna do what it's gonna do, the way it's gonna do it, how it's gonna do it. The question is, how are you in it? Are you anchored? Are you grounded? Are you in the commander seat? Are you the captain of your vessel? Are you operating your dials? Do you even know how to operate your dials? Are you listening to all the predictions about what's going to happen and how this week is going to be hell week and all this quantum transformational shit that's supposed to happen according to whom? And were the events of last weekend true, false, or indifferent? Was it a scam? What party is going to fight what party? What humans are going to be against what humans, or non-humans, or AIs, or zombies, or clones, or lions, tigers, and bears? Oh my. My goodness gracious. It's a lot. It's a lot. And it's so a lot that it keeps you from actually knowing your allotness. Yeah, let me say that again. There's a lot going on, and that it's a lot, and it's preventing you, it's blocking you, it's putting barriers up for you to see your allotness, because you are a lot. You are a lot more than the programs have shared with you, and that you're dialed in onto a certain channel, and you're trying to operate from that focal viewpoint, because that's what's ingrained in you, whether you learned it from your mother or father or your sisters or your brothers, or this political party or this predictor or these people at work. And do you really feel like your feathers are in alignment with the flock that you're hanging with? And do you really think that every time you have the urge to get in there and say stuff that you're just, yeah, what are you doing? You're putting yourself in the push and the pull. You're on a pulley conveyor belt. Then it's swinging too. Because you really just honestly don't have your feet grounded. Saying, I don't know that I actually really agree with that, or I thought I did. Or maybe if I align with a little more place in a space that has some peace, or my nervous system and all the other cells are functioning and talking to each other in a way that has me in a little bit of homeostasis and harmony, maybe I wouldn't see, sense, and feel and think in the mental overload that I felt like maybe I was doing a minute before or a day before. Maybe my views have changed, because wisdom is knowing how to step back and actually seeing things in a different light. I had somebody say, we're supposed to video something today. And we didn't video it because they told me last week that this is supposed to be Hell Week. I said, where exactly are you hearing this information? From everybody. Well, I don't know who your everybody is, but my guide team was like, okay, well, you do you, and you let me know if we're going to do a video. In the meantime, I'm here in the world. I'm not getting taken out. I'm anchoring my fulcrum. I'm getting stronger and more solid within myself. I'm figuring out my allotness in a lot of the allot that's going on around me. And when I'm driving down a road and there's been some kind of storm, I can see all the sticks and the debris and the stones and the trees for miles in advance. And if I can't see them miles in advance, I know it's right in front of me and how to maneuver my vehicle and the people within my vehicle to get them to a safe haven. And that's what I'm doing with my physical apparatus and avatar, is I'm tuning into that and I'm not paying attention to what everybody else is predicting. You know what I'm saying? Every time you listen to what's coming around the mountain, your nervous system gets into preparation. And depending on what that is, if coming around the mountain is, your nervous system can be in super heightened alert, or it can be on just an alert. It just depends on what your armies are doing in there and your cells are doing. And they're all hovering in your extremities so you can run like hell. So if they're all the blood cells and the adrenaline and everything's out from the nervous system in the extremities, you are not thinking rationally, logically, clearly, and you are certainly not bringing in the heart center. And then your trunk is depleted. And so we walk around like this 24/7 until we feel exhausted all the time. And then we can't figure it out. And then we go home, we watch a movie with violence. We get in a fight with someone, brings on violence. We listen to the violent things that are coming and going in the world. And we are not being the peacekeeper. You cannot emanate the peace without being a peacekeeper. So you've got to get your nervous system in attunement. You got to give it a tune-up. You got to get in a tone. And forgive yourself for not being where and when and how you desired it to be. Maybe you didn't even see your demeanor, behavior, and attitude in a clearer way until you're listening to this video. So reel it back in, my friends. And say to yourself, I didn't come here to get taken out. I didn't come here to fight everybody's fight. I came here to see the programs, see my lessons, and to maneuver this vehicle. And if I'm responsible for loved ones around me, how do I maneuver them as well until they can launch on their own launch pad? How can I be the beacon of light, the beacon of peace, the beacon of love? How can I stay in this place and space within my mental, within my heart? How can I keep my emotionals intact? How do I keep my physical strong? How do I have my sensories in my etheric? So my peripheral dome feeds the information into more of a reservoir of peace. And that reservoir of peace is fulfilling and spilling out and dosing and passing out doses of peace and love to others. Advanced techniques of Reiki can really help you get there. Zone technique therapy can really help to get you there. Takes the 6 zones, and all the cells of everybody are within that 6 zones. And it's going to work them to get them into more homeostasis so they can all reconcile with each other and start corresponding with each other and start becoming the messenger to each other and create more communication from within. So then you're going to learn all the other sensories that you have the ability and the capability of tapping into your innate higher self, your divine intuition, your God source creator being. You're going to be less afraid and freaking frazzled just by having a session of zone technique therapy and advanced Reiki combination. And then you're going to take that inner peace and you're going to wrap it in some beautiful love and ribbon and twine. And you're going to let it grow and you're going to nurture it. Let it grow with every breath and nurture it. And then without a word, your energy will go out into the atmospheres and the demographics of where you live and within where you live, emanating more peace and joy and energy to sustain the empowerment of a stronger fulcrum so that you now become a better balancer of what approaches you in life. So there's no head-on collisions. There's no highways of hell. There's no predicting, oh my God, am I going to teeter and totter and actually fall off? Or am I going to be able to blow with the wind, stay very grounded within myself, and become the observer of the breeze that's creating some of this chaos and just not be a party to it? Because you've got to be the strong root. You got to root. And then you don't necessarily have to toot your root to have a thought or opinion about anything. Because you'll come from a place of embetterment, and then you're going to realize the lot that you are. And you are a whole lot, my friends. Yes. Now for me, I've been very energized, as you can see. No caffeine. No indeedy. Can't even really touch this stuff much. Little green tea the other day, I was like, whoa! So my system's becoming much more sensitive. I'm looking at things and trying to chemistry my life by getting chemicals out of my body and not taking in anymore. Through cleaning products, through foods, through pesticides, through preservatives, through toxic people, through the wrong silverware, through using nasty sponges, to all these different things that consume our lives every single day. All these plastics that just harbor and breed so many things. I told someone the other day, the more I learn about this stuff, the more I think I just should have an IV. That's it. An IV for foods and liquid, an IV for knowledge. Maybe I'll invent one. We'll just be IV people. But until then, we have to learn how to maneuver through the debris of life and be successful every single day and be grateful for every single day in that space, in that place, to harmonize our fulcrum, to let our cells flow and be the messengers they're meant to be. Not banging into each other with head-on collisions where they don't get where they need to be and then systems are getting discombobulated, freaking fried. It's not how it's supposed to be. So take a step back, my friends. Get a session with me. Get your zone, get your advanced technique, $99 for the summer. info@embodimentofthesoul.com. info@embodimentofthesoul.com. I look forward to seeing you on Zoom anywhere in the world. We can do this. All right? Share it with anyone you think needs to hear this message. Please like, please comment. Please help the algorithms of my videos to be propelled into other people's social media outlets so it pops up and they're like, hey, there's that girl. She makes a whole lot of sense. And I do. Most of the time. All right? So much love. Bye.